Hi, my name is Anna Neves. I'm the founder of Knowman, a consulting company focused on knowledge management and organizational learning. I'm also the master storyteller behind Social Now, a very unique conference on the use of enterprise social tools to improve internal communications, collaboration, and knowledge sharing and retention. I hope you enjoyed this interview, which is part of a series looking at the impact of digital technology in the current and future workplace. Hello, good morning. How are you?
We're fine, you?
Thank you very much. Where are you today?
We're at our office in the beautiful city of Porto.
Oh, nice. That's good. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you and what do you do?
My name is Joel Monteiro. I'm the marketing manager at Pepsco. I've been for the past 18 years. Prior to that, I had a background in advertising.
Nice. 18 years, that's a lot, Joel.
18 months.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'm Carolina Trigo. I'm project manager here in Devscope. I've been here for 1 year and a half, almost, and I have background on marketing and hospitality.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you probably joined more or less the same time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned Devscope. What is Devscope?
Devscope is a 16-year-old software development and consulting company from Portugal. We've been a Microsoft Gold partner ever since our inception, really. So for over 16 years, we have worked closely with Microsoft, and we really work for clients of all sizes, yes. from small and medium companies to larger multinational ones.
Yes.
And you mentioned that you are a Microsoft partner. Why Microsoft?
I think we have some of our founders have previously worked for Microsoft. So when they joined Devscope, they brought that expertise with them and that type of relationship with the company.
Okay. And obviously we're here in the context of Social Now, which is about using these tools to support collaboration and internal communication in organizations. And you will be presenting Office 365. And obviously Microsoft and the Office 365 suite is a heavy weight when it comes to these types of tools. Why do you think that is? Is there an element of nobody was ever fired for buying Microsoft? Why do you think Office 365 is such a heavyweight?
Well, actually, Office 365 suite is like a Swiss Army knife. It has all the tools that a company needs to improve their work, of course, and to have all the employees engaged, and actually is the best that you can have on your company. Definitely.
But if that is the case, why is it there's so many tools that are built to go on top of Office 365 and the Microsoft suite in general?
It's a never-ending work in progress, always improving. That's how I see it. We developed some of those tools. For example, connecting Power BI to PowerPoint, to Excel, to Word and Outlook, the core Office 365 applications.
Mm-hmm.
So when we have the chance, it's always an improvable suite.
And when you say that, is it more of a design thing or is it also a functionality thing? Where do you think those tools that are coming into the market and positioning themselves on top of Office 365, are they adding on to the on the design element, or is it a functionality thing? What do you think?
I think it's both.
Yeah, I think it's both.
But yes, of course, functional.
Functional as well. Okay.
What we develop is fully functional. It's functional only. I mean,
Okay.
It usually stems from client problems that need to be addressed, and they don't want another solution outside Office 365. So we try to develop on top of Office.
Okay. Let me tease you a little bit now, and I can imagine lots of contexts for you to advise Office 365 to clients. I'm going to ask you for a context, for a specific situation where you would advise a client not to go for Office 365.
No, not to go. Impossible. We never had that situation. It's indeed never happened. But well, we usually go to with Office 365 unless they don't want. Well, it's different.
And sorry, Joel, go ahead. You're going to say something.
If they refuse to use Office, or they absolutely need to use an open source platform,
exactly.
It's advisable to use Office 365.
Definitely.
Okay, it's an interesting one, the open source option, because we're certainly seeing a trend, certainly in public sector organizations, where there's been an increasing demand for open source tools as opposed to proprietary ones. How do you see that impacting the way, or Microsoft's positioning, and also in terms of the trends you see? Because there's a lot of focus on integration with other tools. There's also an increasing concern with the statics and the design elements of things. How do you see that influencing Microsoft's options or progress in terms of the development of Office 365?
Well, next to open source platforms, Office 365 is obviously more complete, but it requires an annual license per user to be used, unless they are using Office Online to do so. That's completely free. But I don't think the open source market is gaining enough traction to detract us from recommending Office 365, really. Although I do respect the movement, I don't think it affects the business that much.
Okay, fair enough.
Development or of other options on top of what's being delivered by Microsoft itself.
Okay. The last week, I've asked on social media for people to send us questions to ask from the different vendors, and they haven't been directed to any of the vendors in specific, so I kind of selected them randomly. And this question I'm going to ask you comes from Natasha Gonçalves. She's from the Netherlands, and she's attended Social Now, I think, twice now. And she asks a question, which is, what are your thoughts regarding the use of enterprise social networks for employee sentiment analysis? Is this something which you see as possible, or even should it be possible?
Yes, I think it should be possible, of course. Also, Microsoft has Microsoft Cognitive Services, which allows to apply on speech and languages and language analysis. So definitely Microsoft is ahead with Microsoft Cognitive Services to do that. So yes, it is possible. And also, besides that, you also have forms. You can get survey answers from your employees and get the feeling what they are feeling, of course. Analysis.
Yeah. And so, those tools that you mentioned, the language and the semantics analysis thing, how do you, because what I see that a lot, advancing a lot when it comes to the English language, but how does that work when you come to countries like Portugal and other countries with less popular languages, if I may say? How is that? How do you see that? For you work, I think, mostly with the Portuguese market?
Yes, mostly, yes.
Is that something that you feel robust enough to advise to a Portuguese organization at the moment?
Well, it's coming up So let's see in the future how it goes, because it's starting, and we will see. Yes, it is possible. Yes, there are people using it, but we will see the next episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. And I know you use Office 365 internally, and also to liaise with your clients. What has been the biggest impact, or because you haven't been at DevScope for that long, you probably don't know how it was before Office 365. But then, from your personal perspective, currently, what do you see as the biggest advantage of using Office 365 to work with amongst yourselves and with your clients?
Yeah. At DevScope, we have no other choice but to use Office 365, really. But
you're fired.
but it's not. But it's great.
Yes,
that's the point. So in terms of productivity and communication between our colleagues and our clients, one of the biggest advantages, at least from my position in marketing, is the ability to share some stuff and on OneDrive with clients, so they can make the changes. I can see the changes in real time. I can see the changes history and go step by step to approve them. We have a recent case that all communication between all parties, file sharing between us and the client, was done entirely on Microsoft Teams, on Office 365. So it declared our inboxes. There were no stuff being sent between parties, so everything worked flawlessly.
Nice.
Which is something that probably wouldn't be possible without Office 365. We would have to constantly upload stuff on WeTransfer or Dropbox and send them, receive them, and it would be a mess. Makes everything much leaner.
Yes.
And you've been playing with bots as well, haven't you? What kind of work have you been doing, and how does that complement the Office 365 suite?
Yeah, we have developed our first bot, but soon we'll be launching a whole suite of bots designed for Microsoft Teams and Slack as well. Our first bot is a timesheets bot. Timesheets is something that nobody enjoys doing, but
don't say that.
Nah, it's nobody
such a joy.
The bot speaks with you with a natural language and helps you filling your timesheets in just a few seconds per day. It warns you at the end of the day. Look, we know you. It's connected to the dynamic CRM, so it knows exactly what you've been working on, and it warns you at the end of the day to fill in those hours. And all you have to do is say yes or no, and
I did that.
And that I worked for 4 hours, and everything is complete. So you don't have to take an entire morning off to fill your monthly timesheets.
Nice. So I have some quick fire questions for you, and quick answers. Okay. What is Office 365's main competitor?
I'd say Google Suite.
Yeah, maybe.
If you had to stop using Office 365 right away, what other tool would you go for?
Google Suite.
Can you think of a fun episode dealing with clients, or that has come up with a client using Office 365 on a project that you've worked with, or worked on rather?
Nice question.
I'm not sure.
No, nothing comes to mind.
So, to be a client who was a Teams fan, and he had an app on the phone, and like WhatsApp, he used like WhatsApp. Not the fun stuff, but well, it's really.
Instead of using Teams, he went to WhatsApp to speak to you.
No, using Teams as WhatsApp.
As a WhatsApp.
Okay, sharing With everybody. Okay.
Nice one. That in fact leads me to another question. I'll come back to that one. Just another one of quick fire one. What is the most common mistake that you see clients committing or making on internet projects?
Yeah. Maybe. I'm just thinking about something. Well, some clients see an. Well, sometimes clients see the internet a way to share files instead of using OneDrive.
Okay. Okay.
Or they don't see the full potential. Maybe that's.
Okay, that connects really nicely with what you've said before, because I was going to ask you one thing. At Social Now this year, the main topic is about developing digital leadership. And the reason for choosing that overall topic for this year's edition is because I can see lots of companies trying to looking at these kind of tools and looking at digital transformation. But sometimes I feel that the required changes in terms of behavior, in terms of thinking about work is not there yet. Do you see that often in terms of the clients? Like the client you've mentioned that didn't really know the difference almost between WhatsApp and Teams, or that reduced perspective about what these tools can offer. Do you see that?
May I? When Carolina was answering her question, I was thinking precisely of that. I write a lot of case studies about our project deployments, and one recurring mistake on internet portals is the rollouts, the project rollouts in the company. So marketing and communications are not doing enough of an effort to get all their clients and employees on board. They don't make an effort to explain to them how things are going to change from now, and that usually causes low adoption rates and people still resorting to old ways to do things.
Yes. Yeah.
Which kind of undermines the whole thing.
That's music to my ears, I have to say, because that's been my experience for a long time now, and it's certainly, I don't really see much changing in that, to be quite honest, because I do see clients starting with really good intentions of taking care of the adoption and the rollout, but then it seems that there's like these they want to put the resources, I mean money and time, into more functionality rather than really trying to extract the maximum out of what they've got. So one final question for you. This is your first time at Social Now, and at Social Now you'll be narrating a day of work at Cabling, the fictitious company, and you'll be showing how this fictitious company is using Office 365. What kind of improvements do you expect to see at Cabling as a result of using Office 365? What do you think will be the wins for this amazing company?
Okay, first, Cabling will save tons of time. It will be more productive. Communication will be easier, will flow easier between different geographies, because they have that problem. Also, they will improve their business because they will collaborate with everyone around the world at the same time on one place only. And also, they will manage their tasks easily too.
Okay, so productivity and
Exactly.
also getting the most out of the overall collective team.
Exactly. And also they will be working remotely at one place only. They will use Teams and they will communicate between them on a mobile phone or a desktop. They will be the work will be much flowly.
Yeah. Smoother.
Yes, smoother, yes.
That's great. Look, Carolina and Joel, thank you so much for your time this morning. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at Social Now.
And we too.
Well.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
I hope you enjoyed this conversation. For more interviews and other great content, visit socialnow.org.